Hello and welcome to my Mirror's Edge Catalyst speedrun tech tutorial. I'll be explaining most of the speedrun mechanics. The clips are in no particular order, I just put them the way I just felt like putting them. In any case, I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, grab some popcorn, lay back, and enjoy. Alright, let's get into Wallboosting. In this clip I'll explain the main factors about Wallboosting and some tips and tricks to make Wallboosting easier. But before I do that, I want to go into Wallrunning, because there's a lot of aspects about Wallrunning that new players are not aware of. And whenever I go on Twitch and see like people stream and play Mirror's Edge Catalyst for the first time, when they want to Wallrun, they're gonna look at the wall and just jump into it, which still is not wrong, but there's much better ways to utilize your keys with a wall. And if they want a double run, they're gonna look into one wall, then the other, and just jump. And that's just too much camera movement. And you wanna minimize that as much as possible for some wall runs. So let's say, for example, since the wall is on my right side, if I sprint and jump, nothing's gonna happen. See? That's normal. But let's say, for example, if I jump and press A at the peak of my jump, I'm gonna latch onto the wall like this, like a magnet, even though I'm not looking at the wall. I'm still latching onto the wall, regardless of where I'm looking. But if you're like looking too far, then it's obviously not gonna work. You see, if I'm looking like too far, it's not gonna work. You have to be like a little bit close to the wall. So the way walls work is they act like a magnet for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. And regardless of where you approach the wall from, you're still gonna attach the wall like a magnet. So say for example I wanna move my camera to the right as I'm latching onto the wall. I'm gonna press W and A. I mean, you're always gonna hold W, but in this case, if you wanna move your camera to the right, you're gonna hold A as well. So you see how I just changed my camera angle, and the same thing on this side with moving my camera angle to the left. You're gonna hold W and D. And did you see what I just did there? That's a wall boost. And you see how I got like a 9 or a 10 meters per second wall boost? So this is how a wall boost actually looks like. You jump into a wall and then you jump again instantly. But you have to take note of two main factors about wall boosting. It's the distance from how far you jump. How far away you are from the wall, and the angle. The angle also matters with getting a decent wall boost. So let's say for example I want to do like a wall boost, and here's like a 10.8 ms wall boost, which is really nice, or 11, that's really good. And you see how I'm like utilizing my keys to get a decent wall boost. So for example, let's say if I wanna do something like this, I'm gonna get like a 10. Oops, I moved my camera too early. 9. 10.7, almost got 11. That's 10. So wall boosting is just mostly down to practice. And also, sorry, if you take note to the green numbers on the right, that's my speedometer. So you can see my speed. That's the numbers I was talking about. So yeah, 10.1. And with enough practice, you can do like some good ones. But if you get like some consistent, you're gonna get like 10 ms or above. So yeah, those are the main factors about wall boosting. And if you saw those hops, that's bunny hopping. So this is what I'm gonna get into right now. So bunny hopping, unlike CS, you have to use space because scroll wheel will not work with bunny hops in Catalyst. So bunny hops can only work after a wall boost. There's also zipline bunny hop, but no one ever uses that. So bunny hopping needs a lot, and I mean a lot of practice to get a couple of hops consistent. You just need to learn the timing. It's not something someone can like really teach you. I can just teach you the main aspect on how to do it and just show you by looking at my keyboard layout on the bottom right. But it's something you have to practice for yourself. So you can also change direction with bunny hopping, but you have to time your jumps really well. Because if you do it like too early or too late, it's not obviously not gonna happen. Come on. So you see, this is how bunny hop looks like. And as I said, it's just down to practice how consistent you can get it. And you can also gain a tiny bit of speed with bunny hopping by strafing, but it's not recommended because the speed increase is not that great, and it's just not recommended. But yeah, that's about it from wall boosting and bunny hopping, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back. This is corner wallrunning. The way corner wallrun works is you're gonna initiate a run from one side of the wall and you're gonna transition to the other side of the wall, like this one right here. And regularly speaking, a run like this is impossible and ludicrous by all means. But Mirror's Edge for some reason takes it as normal, which is fine by me. So this is how a corner run looks. And this side. So yeah, it's pretty easy to pull off. You just have to jump when you're like at the end of a wall. So you're gonna transition onto this side. If you like do it too early or too late, it's obviously not gonna happen. So yeah, that's all there is to it to corner warrants. Just practice and get the timing right, and you can just eat yourself off buildings. It's pretty easy to pull off. Alright, so this is corner wall climbing. In this clip I'll explain the two ways of doing a corner wall climbing, which is the left side and right side corner wall climbing. The right side is the one you're gonna use the most, which is the easiest, and the left side is much more inconsistent and harder to pull off, which needs way more practice. And it's not that much used in actual runs. It's probably used on like a couple of parts, but most of the time you're gonna use the right side. So this is how they look like. This is the right side. Oops. So yeah, this is the right side. You see how I just climb higher than a regular wall run? And for the left side, you need to stay like as close to the edge as possible. And this is how the left one looks. Surprisingly I got the first try because usually I haven't practiced it at all. But yeah, I'll break this down into three parts. The first part is gonna be climbing up a wall and looking to the right. The second part is gonna be climb up, look to the right, and press Q, which is the quick turn key by default. For PC at least. For if you're on console, you have to figure that out for yourself because I have no idea. I have never played on a console, and basically the aspect of nearest edge catalyst between PC and console is the same, so there's not that much difference that you have to worry about. Or if there is, it's minimal. You're not even gonna notice it. So to do corner wall climbing, you've seen the first two steps, which is the climb up, look right, and then quick turn. So whenever you climb and look to the right, there's like a small frame after you quick turn that you're gonna press space and jump, which is gonna transition you to the other side of the wall. So here's how it would look like. So climb, look right, press Q, climb a space and climb up. Here it is again. Climb up right, Q space, and I failed it because I did it too late. Climb up. Oh, let me realign. Climb up right, Q space. There you go. So yeah, that's about it on corner wall climbing. It's really easy. You just have to learn the timing down when to press space, and you're gonna climb like higher walls. Also, another thing that I want to mention really quick is the extended wall climb. So you see how high this is, and if I want to wall climb, I'm not gonna reach it. But if you apply the same aspect for this side, but on a flat wall like this, just climb to the peak of your wall climb, move your camera to the right, press Q space immediately, and you're gonna latch onto the higher surface because the game is just pushing you upwards. So yeah, that's extended wall climb. It's really easy. Alright, so this is collision boosting, or CBoost for short. The way CBoosting works is whenever you try and Wallrun on a irregular wall, wave will transition from one side to the other without the animation being interrupted. And due to the way the game handles momentum conservation, if you jump during the period of the transition, you'll gain like a lot of speed, and you'll keep the speed. So this is how a CBoost looks like. It's a little bit inconsistent depending on the surface you do it, but you saw like the huge boost I got from the fan. And also you can keep the momentum with bunny hops, as explained in my wall boosting and Bhopping tutorial. CBoosting works the same aspect as Wallboosting, but you can take it as a sort of a super wall boost, and it could be done on delivery boxes as well. Usually it's mostly commonly used on either pipes or delivery boxes. And it's really nice if you manage to keep the B-hop after it. But yeah, that is CBoost. Right, so this is Wallboost Storage. For Wallboost Storage, what you're gonna do is you're gonna initiate a normal wall boost as you usually do, but you're gonna transition into a second wall run. And here's how a normal wall run looks. You keep like 8 ms, but if you like jump from a wall boost to the other wall, you keep the wall boost momentum. See 10.6, and you can like try and bunny hop after. So yeah, this is boost storage, and also double Wallrun boost. This is how it looks like, and if you do it fast enough, you see how there's like the stumble sound, but there's no stumble. Cause if I do it too slow, you see how Fate stumbles after she lands? Because she was too high, but if you do it like real quick, the sound is still there, but there's no stumble. And you'll be able to do a bunny hop. There you go. So, wall boost. The double wall boost is the second fastest way of traversing through the map, next to CBoosting. So I recommend using double wall boost over like a normal wall boost or a bunny hop whenever you get the chance, because it's better, but it's a little bit inconsistent, so it needs some practice. And that's everything about double wall boosting and boost storage. Alright, so this is ledgeboarding. Ledgeboarding allows us to reach the same height as a normal wall climb, but without the presence of wall. To perform a ledgeboard, you simply grab onto a ledge. You're gonna look to the side. My mouse is being weird. You're gonna look to the side, you're gonna jump and look into the ledge, and you're gonna springboard. So you can do this on almost any ledge, and obviously you can just change direction if you want to. Faith climb, please. There you go. This is a ledgeboard. The only exception about ledgeboarding is, for example, hanging ledges, where Faith is unable to jump high enough to perform a ledgeboard, and it's just gonna climb you out. So yeah, hanging ledges are the only exception, and that is ledgeboarding. Alright, so this is Zipline Boosting. This is how Zipline Boosting looks like. And how you Zipline Boost is when you see the animation where the zipline just throws you back, like this, you have to press your down action, which is control, and the zipline is just gonna send you flying. That's all there is to it to zipline boosting, but only on theory it sounds easy, but the problem with zipline boosting is it's rather annoying and inconsistent, so you need some practice to get it down semi-consistently. It's one of those tricks that it's not commonly used, because it's you either get it or don't get it. Some ziplines are like easier to zipline boost, some aren't, depending on the angle. But yeah, you need to just practice and play with angles on ziplines, and you'll eventually get them. So yeah, that's all there is to zipline boosting. Right, so this is presumably the last thing I'm gonna teach you guys, which is gliding. So gliding is commonly used in speedruns, and there is three methods of doing gliding. Technically four methods, but one of the methods fall into the three. So this is how gliding looked like. And you can fall infinitely without dying or any like fall penalty, unless there's a death trigger on the bottom. So here's the first method. So you're gonna come back where like your legs are almost like in the air. You're gonna crouch, and if you can move, you've done it right. So you're gonna move back slowly until the tip of your fingers are on the edge of the ground, and then you just crouch press S, and if you let go, you're still crouched. I'm not holding crouch right now, and my character is crouched. If you fall back a little bit more, you're gonna glide. And if you press Q, you're gonna fall, but if you press Q from a higher place, you may die. So make sure you press Q and undo the gliding from a safe height. So the second method is the leg method. So you can see my right leg. You see how it bends, right? And if you see it bent like somewhere around here, just do the crouch S thingy, and you have gliding again. And here's the harder one, which is the frontal leg method. The same thing with W, but you have to look like your inner leg instead of your outer leg. And the third method, which is the crouch spam. So whenever you can move freely, like this, come on. So yeah, you're gonna just spam crouch and S. You're just gonna tap them, and you see how it's slightly inconsistent. So this is the crouch spam method, which I do not recommend because it's just inconsistent sometimes. But it's still useful if you're like new to the game. If you wanna like get a quick glide somewhere. So yeah, that's everything about gliding. And if I've missed something, I'm probably just gonna put it in the end of the video. And I hope you enjoyed my Mirror's Edge Catalyst speedrun tutorial, and I hope you learned something from it. Enjoy speedrunning.